Hello and welcome to Bay One. This is Jafal Moraxi on Sunday the 20th of November. We're just gonna go and do a quick stream on Axial Hovercraft and basically how to build those things or how not, whatever. I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, to explain what an axial hovercraft is, I'm going to have to actually go and add a new bay here, which is really frustrating. I have to do this at the end and then move it all the way along. But I've been finding a fair amount of success with these robots in that it helps to minimize the amount of CPU being used, and also you end up with a relatively fast robot at the end of it as well. So long as that's what you're in mind of doing. So two examples I built is this one, which I'm probably going to call it Nat or something like that. Basically it's got 3 hover blades all aligned along the center of the robot, and that's it. There's no stabilization to the sides, it's purely the 3 hover blades in line. And the other robot I've got here, which is the Maximum Oreo robot, is only got 2 hover blades, and these are actually connected through modules. So I've got a cloak module, power booster, and then the other hover blade on the back. And this one works, basically it's all on the same principles. But anyway, so just some things to keep in mind when building with axial hovers, or the basic plan that you want to try and follow, and it would help if my sound is right. There we go, I can actually hear things now. Maybe, there we go. Alright, so basic principle is that you'll want to have the hover blades aligned along the center axis. Now, why would you want to do this? Mostly because you can have fewer hovers. So, for example, if I could literally just build a robot that had these 2 hovers on there, then, I mean, that's the minimum that I'd need to be able to make a functioning robot. I mean, this is all you actually need to be able to move with one of these kind of designs. So let's go and hit test mode and I'll show you what I mean. So you can move around, it's relatively stable. I mean, if you got no additional weight, it's great. You've got a lot of speed. The only problem is when you start hitting anything that's going to make your robot, you see this weird wobbly stuff? Yeah, I mean, because I don't have that much weight on here, it's a lot more stable, but if I was to build this out just by another block on each side, I would have a lot more issues in terms of keeping the robot stable. Now, there are various methods you can use to combat this. One of them is to actually have... Oops, mirror mode's not on. Helps if I have that out. I'm actually going to show you an example of this first. So now you're going to see this is a lot less stable. It will wobble a lot more once I get it going. See, and that's just really irritating, which if you've got guns on the top, it's just going to keep wobbling and the guns are just going to fire all over the place. It doesn't help to keep them stable in terms of fire. And hi, Aber Essen, welcome to the stream. So one thing you can do to help stabilize this would be to put a 3rd hover blade on there. Now that will hopefully help to, because they're on different levels, help to provide a different grade of lift. And we'll go and take a look at this one. But you'll see, although you think it would work, it's still pretty rocky there. It doesn't really do anything until you happen to have until you put the blades off center, but you know the overall design would be, you know, you could have 3 hover blades on there, but the problem with a 3 hover blade design, or a typical 3 hover blade design, is you would have your hover blades something like this. If you lose this hover blade, your robot is now stuck limping over onto one side, and you lose a lot of your control capabilities. Whereas if you've got your hover blades all aligned around a central axis, then you just have a lot more stability in the event that you happen to lose one of them. So in this example, we're going to use a plan something like that, but we're going to need some more armoring around the side. The problem we've got here though is that in theory this design would work, and I'm just going to hold it together like that. But again, we're going to have a problem with the stability of the rocking from side to side. Now the simplest fix for this is actually to use some rudders. I end up using rudder hooks. You need to build it out quite wide. But once you've got those rudder hooks on there, you would think that this would be extremely unbalanced because you've got a lot of this weight on the top. But in fact, it should actually be a lot more stable than you'd expect. Now we're going a little bit slower because we've got a lot more drag. But you see, the rocking is a lot more, it's more reduced. It's more of a sway than a really fast rock. So the idea is to actually just reduce the cadence of it, and it smooths out pretty quickly, especially if you happen to swing that back around, because those rudders will actually end up causing your basically they're providing lift, so it's a stabilization mechanism. So the moment you start drifting slightly off, it will stabilize your bot. Now obviously this one's going to be swinging a little bit more because I've got a lot more weight up top than I do underneath. So if I was to add in some counterweight underneath, then that should help stabilize the swing. So let's go and grab that counterweight. And going to need a little bit more than that. Now we're going to keep going slower and slower because we've got no speed on there. But we still got a little bit of sway, but to be honest, that's enough where the guns and the gun mounts can actually compensate for that. So you're not ending up with really weird effects. So that's the basic plan that you'd want to use. Now you can have, typically I go with just 2 or 3 hovers. If you're using lower level hovers, then you'd want to go with 2. And yeah, so long as you got those rudders on the back, that's enough to actually stop any of that sway. Now you could also try using rudders in that form. The problem we've got with these is that they'll actually prevent you from turning. So if I go and test that one, I can turn, but once you get any kind of speed up, your turning will become sluggish. Now you're not really going to notice it so much in this form, but I mean that's another potential you could use, but I prefer the rudders and the yeah, if you're going faster. I've just always had problems with these rudders at high speeds. You probably can't really see it there, but either way. So anyway, so what we got a basic plan of what we want to use for the rudders there. Now we'd need to actually start making this thing a little bit faster. Do I want to have those on there? Nope. For some reason it prefers the connections on the side. So that adds a little bit more speed. Of course we need to make sure we got those stabilization rudders, which you can either opt to go high or go low. If you're worried about, if you want actually more stability, you'd be better off building them out from the bottom here, because that way your center of mass is lower and it just helps to keep things a lot more stable. I tend to actually build them across up above, because that way you're using the armor from them to prevent shots from the side to help absorb some potential damage. And now let's just throw together a really quick frame on this. And this should actually be a robot design that can be used relatively early on to a fair amount of success. So, want to make sure we've got armoring all the way along here. And the other thing is, when we put the armor across the top, we'll want to make sure that's Triforce. Now, Triforce is basically meaning that damage doesn't propagate back all the way. And that does also mean that these two blocks that are connected, we don't want those actually directly connected. So instead I'm going to connect that one like so. And we'll leave that as a standard block. Reduce the weight of these. Reduce the mass of these ones. And I don't really like relying on that as a sole connection for the back, so we're going to add in... Oh, I can't do that because I've got these thrusters there. Let's change those out for a lower tier thruster. And probably use prisms or pyramids on there instead. Actually... Not sure what I'm doing with this, to be honest. I don't like how that connects on, but it is what it is. Anyway, why is mirror mode not on? It was. It should have placed that. Why are you not placing that? What happened? Apparently mirror mode is not wanting to place my blocks properly now. Anyway. So yeah, now that's connected across here and it's also connected down, so we just got a point of redundancy on those connection points. And now it's just a matter of getting some weapons on this thing, and we'll see how it actually runs in terms of combat effectiveness. So, and now if I really wanted to, I could actually cut the mass on the top a lot more by using these, and mass is going to be an issue with this robot in the anything, we're going to rely heavily on speed. This kind of design is really meant for speed. You're trying to reduce the number of components you actually need. So that's got some caveats in your hit points aren't going to be particularly high, so the only way you can avoid damage is by dodging it, basically. Anyway, so now we need to put some weapons on there. Now, under the current meta, I found that the best weapons are actually not the tier 1 plasmas, so although the plasma pulses are actually pretty good, you can fire several volleys of them without using much energy. But I'm finding the best ones are actually the plasma disruptors, but I'm going to put pulses on this because this is what is easiest to access for new players. And I'm going to use some diagonal rods just to get the mount points a little bit lower down, because if I try and mount them there, you'll find, like here, the plasmas will be pointing outwards. I need them to point forwards. So to do that, we'll need to make sure we've got forward-facing mount points. Now that's something that I could get working if I pull this forward actually. I'm not sure if I'm going to have the clearance to... Yeah, I am. Okay, so that can point down now. And I can actually do this with a pyramid. Yeah, like that. That works. And now we get our first two plasmas mounted on the front. So that's pulling the weight really far forward. Oh god, it's that problem again. Yes, the mount is valid, there we go. Although these are probably mounted a little bit too far forward. Ideally I'd actually want to not mount those there. I'd probably want to actually put those mounts on the side, but we can't do that because we've got these nice thrusters in there. Now I could take those out and just use standard thrusters, which, you know, well, in terms of ease, let's just do that because it's going to be what more people have access to. And now we're going to put those plasmas back on the front, and we need 8 of these for maximum rate of fire. And I'm going to have to replace these because stupid Robocraft bugs. Anyway, that means I can actually slim that front down again. Now we want to have the front mount ones. Which to do that, I'm going to need to make sure that's actually mounted further forward. Oops, didn't mean to delete those plasmas, and now I'm going to have to replace those bloody side rods again. No, this time it took it. So this in front, now we can probably flatten this off and actually have another plasma mounted directly on the nose, except we've got this hover blade in the way. How am I going to cope with this? We can just stick a standard block on the front. Plasma mounted there. And now we want another, so we got 3, we need another 4 plasmas on this. Let's say 1, 2, we're at 6. Now the problem with this one is it's not going to be able to fire forwards, so we don't want them like that. You know, this will actually work for a starting vessel. Now, you would think that I would be stupid to try and actually take this into combat, but I'm going to give it a try and see how it works, and yeah. And I'm not using any legendaries on this. I don't want to use any legendaries. This is basically something that anyone just starting the game should be able to build relatively easily. I mean, I know these are not going to be super available for new players, But the intention here is to be a more user-friendly or user-accessible robot design. So not particularly elegant, but if we go to test mode, pretty fast, rate of fire. You know, considering you can keep up a constant amount of fire before running out of energy, it's pretty crazy. And we got a slight downward slant, that's because we're front heavy, but that's not actually bad for our weapons. So let's go to back. And now I'm going to actually go and try this in Battle Arena. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Went back to test again. I keep doing that. So the main trick really with using hovers in this mode is having those rudders on the back just to stabilize it. Without those, they're really problematic. You could also try using helium. Helium has too much drag, but the rudders in that, or the way I've got them mounted, don't provide any drag. So, and Minecraft, I'm not going to head straight for the enemy reactor. That's not going to work particularly well. Not without, not until I get to OC6 at least. But the good thing about this robot is how fast you can capture towers. So, okay, so tower's going to be pretty much straight ahead.
The battle for Spitzer Dam has begun.
And there you go, already OC3. This is where I fail miserably and die. If I get into any combat situation, I'm not going to do so well. Oops, come on.
Your bottom fusion tower has been captured. Your middle fusion tower has been captured.
And time to... oh, no, get away from me. See, I'm already OC7 and everyone else is not. And I'm going to suicide here. Going for the tower.
Your top fusion tower is under attack.
I've been spotted, which means they're going to come under fire pretty quickly.
Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Your enemy's fusion shield has been deactivated. A player has disconnected.
Rails. See, there's a player over there which I missed.
Your fusion tower is under attack. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack.
To be honest, lasers are pretty strong, but they're not where they need to be in the game at the moment. I'm finding low-level plasmas, especially with the rate of fire you can get from them, they fire as fast as lasers can fire. There's no benefit to using lasers at the moment, so...
Your middle fusion tower is under attack.
Yeah, protos do suck, especially against low hit point bots. So proto seekers are a nemesis of mine. Because I don't have the hit points to be able to absorb any of that damage.
Your middle fusion tower is under attack.
And I'm gonna die because I'm gonna be taking hits from rails and everything.
Your middle fusion tower is under attack. The middle fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have the clock cycle booster. Your team has captured the top fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Spotted.
Keep hitting my own robot because of that. So the weapon placement isn't ideal on this. Yeah, didn't quite get the tower, but it's almost there. What's worse, Flak or Proto? Flak has its own particular usage. It's lethal against air. Flak I don't have to worry about playing as a hover unless I accidentally get into the air. Proto is actually more annoying. Anyway, so where were we?
Your top fusion tower is under attack. Your top fusion tower is under attack.
So I am a little bit too front heavy on this, so we'll have to take a look at that.
Your top fusion tower is under attack.
I've got no one, someone's just died, but it's a 20-second respawn. So it should be good to strip some sections. My favorite legendary weapon? Good question. They each have their role. I do like the mega lasers, but mega plasmas are probably more effective. I'm not a super fan of ion cannons, even though they're pretty good. And yeah, I just can't. Well, all the shotguns rather. I use them. I see why they're effective, but. Yeah, see, that's what those annoying protos do to me. Yeah.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack.
Need to go for tower caps. There's an enemy there.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. A player has disconnected. Your respawn times have been reduced. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack.
Alright, about to lose all of our towers.
Your fusion shield has been deactivated.
Well, this is the low-level version of this, and I'm probably just going to stick this straight on the store. I've already got another one I built, which is actually a lot better. Our team's probably not going to win the match, though.
Your team
Yay, finally 150.
Your fusion shield is now active.
Yeah, it needs a lot more weight on the back. This is... Thrust is all over the place on this.
Your team has captured the middle fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your middle fusion tower 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 is under attack. The middle fusion tower has been captured.
Well, for an esport, levels shouldn't matter anyway, and that's where Robocraft is definitely positioning itself. More towards the esport format. So, come on, out of my way.
Your top fusion tower is under attack.
No, rails, go away.
Your fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated. Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Your fusion shield is now active. Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
Blade Runner doesn't know I'm streaming at the moment. Sucks. He's trying to talk to me.
Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
No. And getting all wobbly. Run away.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. The bottom fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated.
Boom. I was out of energy. Man, we have no fusion towers. Do I have any rovers? What are rovers? Do you mean wheeled vehicles?
Your team has captured the top fusion tower. Your fusion shield is now active.
I have one or two.
Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
Yeah, we might actually lose this. Can't carry the game myself.
Plutonium reactor is under attack. Your top fusion
Ooh, this
tower
is hurting.
under attack. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your top fusion tower is under attack. The top fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated.
Yes, I have Megabots, but half of the bits have been stripped off of them. The core frames are still there.
Your plutonium crystal is nearly destroyed.
Why are you jumping when the enemy has aeroflak? That is just stupid.
Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
Yep, we lose. Anyway, But that's just the effectiveness of something little like that anyway. Well, with those weapons anyway. I have 58 bays or something of robots. I've got something of everything. Anyway, so what do we want to call this? I'm going to call this... oh god, I've got no idea what to call this damn thing now. What I need to do is fix a couple of small issues with the robot first before I put it on the CRF. Need a little bit more mass on the back. Don't like having that quite so exposed, so gonna pull that out by one more. And to make sure that this back one is armoured, now we can't fit a normal block in there, but we can fit that. Might actually be able to fit an edge slope. No, I can't. Okay. So just fit a corner slope in just to help hold that on. Can't fit another one in, but that'll do. Yeah. Hellfire. You want me to call it Hellfire? Okay. Hellfire it is. Alright, upload. Fast, nimble. Fast and nimble. CPU. Oh no, fast and nimble. Bat hover. Great for scouting and tower capping. So that one's uploaded. No particular great colour scheme. The other one, which I need a name for this one, is... I'm just going to call that the Hellnat. Powerful version of the Hellfire with higher level guns and tier 2 hovers. So got that one uploaded. And then of course we have this one, which this is called Maximum Oreo, which I have a version of this uploaded, which basically it's got the same weapon loadout. Actually, do I have this version? No, I don't. But with plasma instead of SMG. So let's get that uploaded. Delicious. So these are all Axial Hovercraft designs, all fast. This one has modules on it. It's a lot more expensive. Yes, I do have robots made of legendary items. This is an actually surprisingly good robot. Although it's missing a module from the front here, there's actually supposed to be an additional module here. But yeah, it's got a blink module, it's got a mega SMG, it's got an aero flak, it's got an ion cannon, and yeah, it's supposed to have the blink module on there, or this shield module, depending on what you want to run with. But yeah, that's pretty good when you get to it, because that holds it all together. I've got other more serious designs, which something like, where do we go? This is ion cannon type robot. This is actually, it's supposed to be designed to have aero flak on the top or SMG. That's just got a single SMG on it, although that's going to be pulled off and replaced with the small plasmas because those things are just brutal. What else do I have? God, my bays are all in a mess, all back to front. I've got that, which is pretty much, other than the other blocks that are there just for weight, is all wheels. This is a really pretty nasty robot actually, overall. But anyway, this stream is meant to be about any shredders. I don't like shredders. I've never really managed to get on with them, although most of my designs could be modified to use shredders. Actually, I've got... Let's see, let's take a look at this one. If I was just to pull these... No, I can't do it with that one, but this one I can. I don't actually own any shredders at the moment, so I need to buy a couple. Where are shredders? Oh, I do. I've got two. Okay. I forgot that I'd actually bought a couple. Let's get rid of that. You really aren't liking the hitbox, are you? Alright, won't go onto that mount. Although, to be honest, it would be pretty easy just to build a quick frame using those. Again, using the same core concept. God, let's move this all the way back. So the idea of this robot will be literally just to use those shredders on it. So now the key with any bigger robot is making sure that you always have the weapon separated by 3 blocks. Now that's just because plasma explosion and propagation radius. So the core of this is a... Oh God, of course you're gonna not mount correctly. It does that because when I tried to mount it, it moved the entire robot up. So we got those as potential connection points. I'm just going to fill these in with blocks for now, because basically we just need a robot that works. And then on the back, I do need to get some better hover blades. I don't have any. I need another tornado. Nope. Inventory. There we go. One on the front. Actually, we're going to mount these up a little bit higher so that the center of mass is lower than everything else. But in terms of getting this balance, it's exactly the same principles as I showed on the lower level robots. I mean, although arguably the lower level robots will actually be a little bit more effective. Not in one-on-one combat, but that's not what they're really designed for. And now on the back here we'll need to make sure that we can actually fit those rudders somewhere sensibly. Although we're going to end up with collision issues, so how far back do we have to go before we can actually get those rudders on? Pretty far. That's pretty bad actually. Okay, well that's what we'll have to do. What I'm actually going to do then, if that's the case, is change that into a prism. So that we can then put another one of these on, which I have to go and forge. So it's going to end up being a lot more CPU than I initially expected, but whatever. Nope, need these blocks to come out here. Alright, where are we? We want the rudder hooks on this, of course. Almost there. Come on. Blade Runner's inviting me to a party. Let me join that in just a second. There we go. Alright, don't like the fact that that's not secured underneath. Let's just address that. There we go. So, completely untested robot, but there we go. We'll find out how this works in combat. It's 946 CPU. We don't have any speed improvements. I mean, it would be really simple, literally just to say, okay, let's use some of that additional CPU and stick a thruster on here. I can probably do that if I carve out these. I'm going to put one of those on there because I can. No, or maybe I can't. It's not letting me place that. Collision. Oh, that's right. It's because they changed the collision boxes. Alright, so I then have to move this back by one. There we go, got a thruster on there now. And to battle. I have no idea what battle mode I'm playing. I mean, I could add a blink to it. Don't know about adding the blink. I'd have to rebuild it. This looks ugly as shit.
The battle for Vanguard's end has begun.
Oh, this is as slow as shit as well. Damn. It looks badass though.
Your bottom fusion tower has been captured. A player has disconnected. Your respawn time has been reduced.
Boom. God, that thing is so slow with that mess on it. That's crazy. We will get there eventually.
Your team has captured the middle fusion tower. Your fusion shield is now active. The top
Terrible
fusion tower
design.
has been captured. Spotted. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Spotted.
But it's stable, considering this is just using centrally mounted hovercraft blades.
Spotted.
Boom. And I love it, YT. Welcome to the stream.
Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Spotted. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. The middle fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have your clock cycle booster.
It's a tank, I have to say that. This game is Robocraft. It's available on PC and Mac. It's on Steam at the moment, so.
Bottom fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated.
Oh, no, no, no. And it is free to play, so you don't have to pay for it or anything. Why on earth am I getting... I mean, my score isn't that bad. Why is my score not worse? I should not be getting this kind of score with this robot.
Your fusion shield is now active. Spotted. A player has disconnected. Your respawn times have been reduced.
Yeah, the game's currently in open beta, and it has been for a long, long time actually. And they're looking at releasing or launching it. Oh, iron cannons. Phew. I survived. Yeah, they're releasing it later this year officially, so, but, I mean, to be honest, in my opinion, it's been released as such for a year already, so. Alright, Blade, thanks.
Your middle fusion tower is under attack. The middle fusion tower has been captured.
Come on.
Your fusion shield has been deactivated.
Hit by EMP again. My actual username is Drafel, D-R-A-F-E-L-L. But I'm only doing the one game, so it's just to demonstrate that, again, Axial Hovercraft. I mean, with lighter weight weapons on it, would be a lot more effective, or even if I had more thrusters on there, it would be a lot faster. At the moment, I'm way exceeding the mass limit of the hover blades that are on there. So, yeah, I die quickly in this. This is not a great robot for this kind of gameplay.
Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Spotted.
And when going for towers, always remember, hit along the connection points, don't shoot the rest of the blocks. So the connection points are next to where those little bars are.
Your fusion shield is now active.
I love it, yeah, I actually stream on
Fusion tower is under attack.
7 different services now.
Your
So
plutonium
I'm on
reactor is under
YouTube,
attack.
Twitch,
Your middle
Hitbox,
fusion
Beam
tower
Pro,
is under attack.
all thanks to Restream.io. So if you want to check out how to do multi-streaming, it's free on there. It's only at 720p for free, but I mean that's good enough for most of this stuff because most people aren't watching it full screen anyway.
Your middle fusion tower is under attack.
I am not clearing that before they kill me.
Your team has captured the top fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Your middle fusion tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
Blade Runner, there's someone else that has the same problem with the game crashing on this map as well.
Your
Any
middle
other good
fusion tower is
mobile
under
streaming
attack.
programs? I mean, you've got Mob Crush, there's another one.
Reactor is under attack.
Oh god, I can't remember the name of it. Stunned.
Your fusion tower is under attack.
That AMP is really killing me.
Your top fusion tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, I could put PSKs on this. It'd be a lot better with PSKs.
Your
Wouldn't be
top
able
fusion
to
tower is under
capture
attack.
bases as quickly though. Boom. Almost got him. So
Your
close.
top fusion tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm not fast enough to get away from the EMPs and it sucks.
Fusion tower has
And it's
been
against my
captured.
principles to quit out of the
You no
game,
longer
so...
have your clock cycle booster. Spotted.
Yeah, I'll put Seeker missiles on this next time. Not the launchers. I'll do the PSKs.
Fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. The middle fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have a clock cycle booster. Your
That was
bottom
not me that
fusion
did that.
tower is under attack. Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. Bottom fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated.
No, it hasn't.
Your team has captured the middle fusion tower. Your fusion shield is now active.
come on, I should not be basically top scoring for my team with this thing. That's insane.
Your middle fusion tower is under attack.
Missiles and PSKs both have different roles. It's not a matter of what's better. It's conditional.
Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. The bottom fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have your clock cycle booster.
Teslas will get shut off this thing way too quickly.
Your team has captured the top fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Spotted.
Yeah, this needs to have a wider body and a lot more armor on it to really be a combat effective bot at this speed. Yeah, it's way too slow.
Your top fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. The top fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have your clock cycle booster. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. The middle fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your team has captured the top fusion tower. Your fusion shield is now active. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your team has captured the middle fusion tower. Clock cycle booster.
Oh, they can see me.
Spotted. Spotted. Spotted.
Taking my guns out. I stood there for too long.
The enemy plutonium crystal is nearly destroyed. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Spotted. 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 Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
Come on, get a tower.
Top fusion tower is under
Yay.
attack. Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Your enemy's fusion shield has been deactivated. Your plutonium crystal is nearly destroyed. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your top fusion tower is under attack.
There is no one
The
shooting
top
our
fusion
plutonium
tower
reactor.
has been captured. Your bottom fusion tower is...
And we win. Didn't do too bad, considering that kind of sucked. I mean, the train shredders actually don't work so badly on this. They're just probably not the optimal weapon considering the mass of this. So, oh my god, I've got 15 of these things? What on earth? But let's see what happens when we put some PSKs on this thing. And yes, accept that. Do I want to put some Teslas on here as well? Why not? Although that's actually going to interfere with the fire arcs of these things. I can put another thruster on the back though. Additional speed. More speed never hurts. And I'm gonna just be stupid and put a bunch of pulsers across the top. Yeah, and this definitely will be my last game. This was actually only meant to be like a 20-minute video, and it ended up being an hour long stream, so... But either way, in terms of just the basics of the hovers, yeah, the beginning of the video caught all of that, so that's good. And thanks for everyone that's been watching on all of the different channels. It's good to see people interested. It looks like it connected to Azubu as well. Awesome. Let me see if I can just bring up the other channels. I think one of the others that's for mobile is VK's Russian. What have we got? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm looking through here and I can't really see any that are really dedicated to mobile, so... Okay, Blade. Oh, he disconnected, so we're stuck waiting for his 5-minute timer. Okay. How long have I been playing? I've been playing over 3 years at this point. So I've seen the game as it's evolved from very, very early stages where you literally had just some blocks, thrusters, you know, some very basic wheels and the one weapon, which was the laser. And then it's evolved up to this point where it's a very, very different game mode. Those early days were a lot more experimental, no balance whatsoever. So yeah, things have changed a lot in that time. You know, while we're waiting for his timer to come up, let's check through the forums. And you only started this summer. Well, I mean, it's a good game to play, so... So, any news and announcements? I don't think there's been anything changed. Oh, the feedback thread. Now, I don't really care about the first few days because the meta has not stabilized yet. The one thing I can say in terms of feedback on the fast and formidable update is that the low weapons seem to be a little bit too powerful. They don't drain quite enough energy, as you can see with the way they can shred towers and stuff. So yeah, plasma, not really sure what this guy's saying. Friction is too great. No, I think friction's good. Reduce all damage by half. I mean, that would help to increase the life. The range between 500 and 2000 is too big in terms of energy. I kind of agree a little bit. It seems disproportionately more energy. I mean, double the energy, yeah. It almost seems like that's a bit too much though. They just did. The CPU went from 1750 to 2000 and they haven't rolled out increasing that further. There's some really good feedback here. I'm just scanning through at the moment while we're waiting for Blade's ability to queue up. Anyway, so where were we? Smaller flying bots need less power, more mass to be able to be more effective than the ground unit. Less power, less mass. Alright, we're about to the point where Blade should be able to queue up, and there we go. Okay. A 6-minute wait, that's death on a stream. Yeah, it's this map again. Oh my god, everyone is in Bay in my clan. That's crazy. Okay, whatever.
The battle for Vanguard's end has begun.
Oh god, this is really not. This is a bit worse than the other one. Ugh. Oh well.
Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower.
By the time I get there, it's already over.
Is now active.
So for combat,
The middle fusion tower has been captured. Spotted. Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Your team has captured the top fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. You have captured the enemy's middle fusion tower. Your enemy's fusion shield has been deactivated. Your bottom fusion tower
Boom.
is under attack. Your bottom fusion tower has been captured. Spotted. Spotted. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. You have captured the enemy's bottom fusion tower. Your enemy's fusion shield has been deactivated. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Your middle fusion tower is under attack.
too slow.
Spotted. Spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your top fusion tower has been captured. Spotted. Spotted. Your middle fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have your clock cycle booster. Spotted. Spotted.
He's going to be repaired by the time I get around to him.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. A player is disconnected. Your respawn times have been reduced. Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. The bottom fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated. Spotted. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. A player has disconnected. Your respawn times have been reduced. Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
Did Blade Runner even connect in?
Your team has captured the middle fusion tower. Your fusion shield is now active. Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Spotted. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. The middle fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have your clock cycle booster. Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack.
Wrong weapons against that.
The bottom fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Spotted. The plutonium reactor is under attack. Spotted. Your team has captured the middle fusion tower. Your fusion shield is now active. Spotted. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your team has captured the bottom fusion tower. Clock cycle booster activated. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Your team has captured the top fusion tower. Your enemy's fusion shield has been deactivated. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. The middle fusion tower has been captured. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Your top fusion tower is under attack. The top fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have a clock cycle booster. Spotted.
Uh-oh, too many enemies. Nope. Not a good move.
The enemy plutonium crystal is nearly destroyed. Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Spotted. Spotted. The bottom fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated. Your team has captured the middle fusion tower. Your fusion shield is now active. Spotted. Spotted. Your middle fusion tower is under attack.
Game over. I'll take it. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for this stream. I'm going to upload this monstrosity as well, as much as it really isn't any good. I just need a name to call it. If anyone has suggestions, this is your final chance to have your input. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm calling it the Blade Master. And anyway, so that's it for this particular stream. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on whichever service you happen to be watching on, or like the video or whatever whenever you see it. But anyway, so again, not sure if I'm going to be doing my regular stream on Thursday because it's Thanksgiving, so it may actually be Wednesday that I do that, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching and we'll see you around next time. Goodbye.